How's everybody doing today? Good. Today we're going to learn how to be a public safety diver with the Charlotte Fire Department. Being a public safety diver is one of the most hazardous jobs on the fire department due to the dark waters, the contaminated waters, and the entanglement hazards there in the Charlotte waterways. My name is Marler. I've been with the Charlotte Fire Department for about 10 years now. I've been on the public safety dive team for going on 4, and also dive doing some recreational dives. Those of you who don't know what scuba means, it stands for self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. And this is pretty much the 2 different scuba setups that we're getting ready to talk about. Rescue diver responsibilities. The responsibilities of the rescue diver consist of body recovery, body rescue, the evidence retrieval, and salvage. The salvage is mainly on sunken boats and sunken cars that maybe have gone off a bridge. The only reason we get those out of the river is due to the fuel that's in it. There's 3 major steps to become a public safety diver with the Charlotte Fire Department. You have to be at Station 3, 38, and 10. You have to pass a medical physical. You have to pass a swim test that's given by some Charlotte Fire Department instructors. You have to complete a 12-day public safety dive school. Next will be the medical physical. The purpose of the medical physical is just to ensure that your body is in good enough shape to go through the dive school, because it is a physically intensive job. You go through a stress test, EKG of the heart, hearing test, vision test, the eye screening, chest x-ray, lung capacity test, blood work, urinalysis. It's a pretty extensive physical. Next we move on to the swim test. If you pass the physical and are capable, you move to the swim test. The purpose of the swim test is to ensure that you are physically in shape to go through the amount of swimming and diving that you're going to go through during the dive class. The swim test consists of a 500-yard forward stroke swim non-stop. It consists of 800-yard snorkel and fin, which you have to keep your head underwater the whole time and non-stop. It consists of a 100-yard diver tow, which you're towing another diver with a scuba pack, and you also have a scuba pack on. It consists of a 15-minute tread water. Your last 2 minutes, your hands got to be out of the water. And last, you go through you dive to the bottom of the pool, retrieve an object, and usually you're coming up with an 8-pound weight. Next, if you pass the swim test, you move on to the dive school. The dive school is a 12-day class, and the first 6 days is pretty much your basic scuba. It's where you learn to scuba dive. You go through swimming techniques, you go through snorkeling techniques. You learn pretty much what you call your conventional scuba, where you have your mask and your snorkel, and your snorkel is pretty much for surface swimming only when you're diving. But this is considered your conventional reg set. You're wearing a wetsuit during this first part of the class. The next 6 days of the class pretty much start the rescue part of the dive school. You get introduced into this system, what we have here. You go from this conventional system to pretty much this rescue system here, where you have a full face mask, which has an integrated comm system in it. It gives you a great deal of confidence when you're diving in the dark waters that you're going to be diving in. And you also have a full dry suit, which you also have a dry hood, and you also have shoes and also these fins here that you wear. It keeps you totally dry. You also have dry gloves too, which keeps you pretty much what we use this for is for cold water and body recovery. If we're diving in contaminated waters, this keeps us totally encapsulated away from all the elements. Yeah, also in that week, you do witness interviews, you do search techniques, and you do body recovery, where you actually go and find a dummy in the water, do full-blown scenarios, and you put that body in the bottom. Once you've completed dive school, to keep your certification, you have to be at Station 3, 38, or 10. You also have to take an annual medical physical and take an annual swim test every year to stay active with the dive team. This pretty much concludes the steps, what it takes to become a public safety diver on the Charlotte Fire Department. Hopefully you can walk away from this presentation here knowing a little bit more about the public safety side of the fire department as far as diving, and maybe you can educate the public on what we actually do. All right.